Yes guys, we are at Chelsea Flower Show 2025. Just walking to the gate now. You can see Liz and Johnny in the background and yeah, just trying to get in. The taxi dropped us off at the wrong gate, but we know where we're going now. So I went there last year, so I should have known better. Anyway, let's get in there and see what we can find. It's going to be amazing. Come on. So this is the RHS and BBC Radio 2 Dog Garden, designed by the Monty Don. Obviously there's people on here and dogs, and I think it's going to be that way all day, so I won't wait for it to be free. There's some lovely free-flowing water going through the garden that I'm sure any dog would be straight into. You see the fennel growing up and giving a really cool texture against those purple or mauve, I'd say those mauve lupins, because they're like a pinky purple, aren't they? It looks incredible against those greens. So this is the Japanese tea garden, and it is by the designer who, I always love his gardens, they're always absolutely incredible. He was on the other avenue last year, and you can always tell his gardens because his personality, it's just always embedded within them. You can see a lot of Japanese gardening sort of features within it, so you can see the patterns within the gravel, and you can see the moss balls. Really incredible, and they always have some incredible waterfalls going through them. Centre stage, yeah, an absolutely insane garden as always. Interesting the way that the path winds, but it's still at sort of straight lines and quite not 90 degree but almost 90 degree to take you through the garden, so it still sort of forces you to slow down, and that's what Japanese gardens always do, is they put things in your way or turn you in a way to slow you down so that you are forced to take in what is around you, and they always do it really cleverly so that you don't notice and you just enjoy walking through. This is the Avenade Intelligent Garden by Tom Massey, and it's all about AI and how we can use it within gardening. And so, I'll bring you down a bit. Here it is. I think with Tom Massey's designs you can always tell they're his. He always has water in the garden, and yeah, you can just always, there's always drought tolerant plants. They're always sort of thinking about tomorrow and just how we can be conscious and do our bit when we're gardening and creating our gardens for the gardens of tomorrow, basically, so that everyone can continue to enjoy the gardening passion that we all love. There's always lots of reclaimed materials within his garden, and what that does, I think, is it gives it character from the very first moment. I'm absolutely loving this tree here. I'm going to have to ask someone what that is later, because it's like a silver birch, but it's got like a pink glow to it, and then the planting around it sort of brings that sort of tinge of pink out as well, so it's really cool. Really cool design, and I've noticed, guys, how much I say really cool, so apologies for that.
And grower.
And grower, yeah. Oh my gosh, you can say that now.
I grew a good chunk of the building. So all of the mycelium cladding that you can see in the windows and exterior walls, we grew in the basement of the old post office in Margate. Basically, we built a lab down underground, and we inoculated the wood chip to make it grow into these panels.
Just talking about the chairs.
Yeah, chairs are fun. Yeah, they're sycamore wood, same as the table, but we dip them in a like paper marbling technique. So we put ink on top of water, and then just really carefully like dipped. And we've got a range of coffee tables and side tables with the same technique.
Oh, that garden absolutely blew my mind. Some of the things they were explaining. It's maybe that's the way gardening's going. I don't know. We won't have to worry about watering our plants when we're on holiday. We won't have to trust someone who will then let us down and not water them enough. So this is the King's Trust Garden, and it is designed by Joe Perkins, and yeah, really incredible garden. I love these sculptures here, how you have the seedlings sort of depicting them blowing in the wind. Really, really cool concept. Absolutely incredible. So this is the Save for a Rainy Day garden, and tell you what, the thing I love about this garden, with Mediterranean gardens sometimes they don't have as much green, but this has got this Mediterranean feel, but there's still lots of green, which really sort of balances it and really works well against those textures and also softens it. So yeah, and the water going through, so calming, such a tranquil space to just chill out. So this is the Tackle HIV Challenging Stigma Garden, and it's designed by Menage, and it's absolutely incredible. I'll take you over, there's quite a few people on there at the minute, including Menage. I've just been talking to Menage, and he was telling me the design process and how when he started trying to make shapes with the hexagons, and then it started to create pathways, and then he created the pergola. So I don't know if you can see, you've got like a water bowl for birds on the bench. Each one of these they had to make separately, and then if you look at the back of the garden, you'll see that you've got the waterfall at the back, and basically that's all the same colour, but because they're at different sort of depths, the light shines on it and creates the illusion of sort of different shades. Really, really cool. Yeah, speaking to Els and Menard, you can sort of see how much work has gone into it. The boys actually made that table, like cut that table themselves as well. And yeah, really, really impressive garden. Love it.
Come in inside.
Yeah.
You can see it from the outside.
Okay.
Nice.
So the foundation works with scientists and academics across the world in research. So pigeon pea. So that is pigeon pea root.
Yeah.
No, with no heat stress. That's normal pigeon pea root. So the main tap root going down. Oops. That is one that has undergone heat stress. So you can see the difference with the root system. So, oh god, that's not very good, is it? So you can see the difference and the effect it has on the plant. So they're creating different types of seeds and crops in order to deal with climate warming. Right, this is key. This is a lettuce not grown in biochar. This is a lettuce grown. Do you know what biochar is? It's like a natural fertilizer that you put on the soil to boost, to fertilise. This is key. This is what I'm just about to show you. This is, the Gates Foundation put out a challenge to try and reinvent the toilet, because we're all still using the Victorian Thomas Crapper traditional toilet. If you think, it's not evolved, has it? So this is Cranfield University's idea, and wee and poo. The wee gets converted into water that you can use to irrigate the garden. The poo gets converted into biochar, gets heated up, gets rid of all the germs, all the pathogens. It comes out this little drawer, and it then gets turned into.
So in case you didn't hear that, this garden challenges the way we dispose of our toilet waste. The toilet changes it into biochar, and then it is used on the garden in order to grow these amazing plants and give them nutrients.
This is the Children with Cancer, a place to be, and it's a really cool, fun garden. You can see just there, sorry, the monorail going through the garden. Really cool space in there where they can chill out, colour, be inspired by the nature that they are in. I love things like that in gardens, making them fun for people to enjoy, not just necessarily sort of sit around, because sometimes you don't want to just sit around, do you? You want to be doing things.
I was really regretting my life choices last night. Because this was in my head all the time. I thought it would just work fine.
So we are off to the Floral Marquee to have a gander around there. The Floral Marquee is basically a big tent where you've got all the different flowers and they basically showcase them in their best state. So everything is absolutely pucker, and the people exhibiting are the experts in growing those things. So you have clematis here, you have roses, you have lilies probably, you have delphiniums, you have hostas, everything you can think of. Here we have loads of incredible acers. You know how much I love acers. Everything always looks so perfect. Oh, look at this, the Caleb rose mushroom display. Guy over there called James who loves a tree fern. So I've only got one. I think he's got about 7 now. Yeah, these look at this. Really cool. Do you want me to try and say that? I don't think you guys do you? Oh, he's gone. He's trying to get the bee and he's gone. Right, so here we have Middleton's Nurseries salvias, and this one here is on the shortlist for Plant of the Year. And look at the bottoms of those leaves. That looks so cool. So this is the Blue Diamond Garden Centre's immersive walkthrough, and straight away you can see it's a really relaxing place. You've got star jasmine, really lovely, lovely greenhouse here. Incredible. Oh my word, look at that. Beautiful. See, on one side you can see litter and pollution basically, and then on this side you can see beautiful plants. So just highlighting that our small actions can have big effects. So this is Harkness Rose's new rose, the Catherine Rose, and it looks really beautiful. This is their Rose of the Year. Really stunning, really stunning. You know how we love a hosta, so here is Bowden's hostas, and yeah, there's a lot I need here. I've been told that these sunglasses don't suit me. Let me know what you think. I borrowed them off Johnny because I forgot mine, and yeah, but I don't like the glare of the sun and the light. It always sort of goes in my eyes. I don't know if that's like a neurodivergent thing or what. So even though they don't suit me, I'm going to wear them anyway.
Oh, a little bit to the right, please, just because the brown.
Whoa.
No, I mean not close.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. Okay, perfect.
It flowers all summer. It's a perennial. It looks after itself. If you've got a little gap, you can shove it in and it will do it for you. So,
Great answer.
is that quick enough?
Yeah, that's perfect.
So we are on the David Austin stand, and I can't describe to you, no words will, how good this smells. It smells absolutely incredible. So this is the David Austin Rose of the Year. It's called the King's Rose, and I've got to be honest, when I saw it on Instagram last night, I wasn't a massive fan, but in person it looks absolutely incredible. Like, I really like it. Hopefully this is a good shot to give you guys a really good sort of picture of what it really looks like. Oh look, Johnny's having a selfie as well. Oh look, little pest.
Hi guys, don't know if you know, but I'm a firefighter. This is my firefighter watch. Go away, Adam.
So we've got some fries, burger. I'll be honest guys, that's my second burger because they were taking pictures of this one And they were like, "Oh, do you want it?" I was like, "Yeah, okay." I had a Fanta, and then he's on the bit.
Yes.
Oi, oi.
Come on.
So there we have David Tennant looking at the design. Oh, now we are at the balcony gardens. Take you for a quick look around there. Lovely water feature. Incredible. I think you'd have to check the weight of these boulders on your balcony. Really love this. How the water's coming out at the bottom there and then going through the balcony. Really cool. What I would say is that the ones that we've seen so far, they're not that sort of achievable, whereas this one is a lot more achievable on a balcony. That would be my only criticism, is those other ones were so spectacular, but yeah, like how would you actually do that on an actual balcony? Really lovely water feature on there, and then some really delicate planting. So yeah, these are all really, really cool. And just can sort of show you what you can do in a small space, and looks achievable as well. Really does look achievable. Like I say, like the ones at the start were really cool, really incredible, really. But I just struggle to see how you would do them. Actually, on a balcony, absolutely loving this garden. So really reminds me of the Giant's Causeway and how those sort of rocks come out of the ground. In the top of those, you've got drought-tolerant plants that can sort of withstand not getting as much water. But yeah, the hexagonal shapes look really cool. Guys, it is at that time where there's a mad rush to try and get as much content as you can right at the end. So trying to find Plant Geek. I don't know where he is. Here we have the entrance for the plant of the year. So there's a hosta, Sienna hosta. You guys know how we love a hosta. Look how thin the leaves are. And what I find, guys, is that these hostas, they don't get attacked by the slugs as much when they have those sort of bluey leaves, waxy leaves. That's really cool. Oh, so this is a new miscanthus that has got a red going through it, called Sinensis, Lady in Red. Oh, another Sienna hosta. Oh mate, that's the party streamers. That Sienna hosta's the name of the entrant. That's embarrassing. I'll leave that in as well for your guys' amusement. But yeah, so this one's party streamers, which looks really cool, like because it looks almost like it's a bit of a grass. That's really cool how that looks. And then, so what was this one called? This one was called Silly String. I love that. Silly String. That's an incredible hosta right there. And then this is Middleton's Nursery's entrant that we looked at earlier, called Tropicolor Sunrise. And if you look at the leaves underneath, you can see they look incredible the way. And I love how, it's hard to show you because of the lighting, but how the flower heads are like lime green, and then underneath you can see that the leaves, the lime green actually sort of takes that vein and sort of really sort of shows it off. Rhododendron Pink Star, wow, that looks lovely. That looks incredible, I love that. But yeah, some incredible plants. Let's see if we can see Plant Geek. We've secured a hosta. This is what I'm going for, Pandora's Box. There we go. I am tempted by this, the Silly String. It's really cool hosta, and I like the name of it as well. 30 seconds to name as many plants on my shirt as you can.
Okay, easy.
Well then.
Paphia pedalum, Erica, maybe Adenium, Cypripedium, Pinguicula, Citrus, oh my god, Madavir, Lily, you just want me to touch you up, Agapanthus, oh my god, Columnia, oh my god, I don't see them, they're all doubles now. I've seen a lily. What's that? Eupatorium, maybe? I don't know. I'm lost now. Drosera? Nice Drosera. Yeah.
So we found him in the end. So this is Boodles Raindance, and it's been designed to showcase the way sunlight shines and manipulates water and raindrops when they're on certain surfaces and stuff. Really, really beautiful garden. I love the circular steps up to that main seating area. Really, really nice how they've done it. And then over here you can see the same sort of thing, and you can see the raindrops just dripping off of the structure there into the sphere of water. Really, really nice garden. Really lovely soft planting. Really softens the grey blues of the landscaping. Check out these rocks. What the heck? Crazy. I've just stumbled upon these from the Fire Pit Company and they look absolutely incredible. And every single one is handmade, made to order personally. Got Buckingham Palace, and yeah, got them walking with the dogs, spawns. Really, really incredible product. So yeah, wow.
And so that was Chelsea Flower Show 2025, and the talent, the pure talent of some of these garden designers never ceases to amaze me. The landscapers as well, the craftsmanship that goes into it, it's just absolutely breathtaking. When I came away from the Avenard Intelligent Garden by Tom Massey and Jehan, I hope I pronounced that right, I was absolutely, my mind was blown. I hope I did it justice in what I sort of picked up. I may have to voice over a little bit just to get some of that information across. Like the fact that there's technology now that can sort of talk to plants and tell you how much water they need so that you can give them the right amount, that you don't give them too much, that you give it them when they need, and they can check the Met Office weather at the sort of weather that's going to come in and how that's going to affect their current conditions and needs. And I came away, my brain was smoking through sort of trying to just take in all that information and make sense of it, and truly, truly incredible. There was just so much to see. I think the thing is with Chelsea Flower Show now, it's just getting bigger and bigger and better, that you can't get round everything. So if there's anything that you guys wanted to see that I missed, apologies for that. And also as well, even like I can't even show you everything because I can only show you so much due to the rights and stuff like that. I can only show you sort of so much footage. So it's just like there's just so much going on, and it's incredible. It's exciting, and yeah, I hope I did it justice. And I love that they're getting the different sort of categories now. Obviously, you've got the houseplant stuff, which I don't know loads about houseplants, which is why I don't sort of delve into it really, really deep, because sometimes I just don't think I'll sort of do it justice, if that makes sense. I think my passion really comes from sort of like the garden design and the sort of outdoor plants. So yeah, if like, don't ever think that I don't value that as much. And also like the balconies, they're just getting bigger and better, and I want to clarify some of those comments that I made. When I said what I said, I didn't mean it in a really sort of critical way. So if any of those sort of the people that have been involved in those balcony gardens are like actually watch this, probably won't. If they actually watch this, what I was saying was a compliment. I was saying like these are getting so extravagant that like how would anyone like recreate it on their own balcony? And I said that to someone, and they was like, yeah, but like with the gardens, you wouldn't recreate those. You wouldn't be able to recreate those. And I totally get what they're saying, and I agree with it. But then also, I thought the reason that the sort of the balcony section came into play was to sort of give us something that was sort of more relatable, that people could sort of strive towards. And obviously when you look at the big show gardens, you look at sort of pockets within those of inspiration that you can take away and incorporate into your own garden. And yeah, I think it's getting to the point where the balcony gardens are getting like sort of that extravagant and that insane that it's going to be the same thing that you have to do in terms of like, yeah, taking that inspiration in little pockets to implement within even your own garden. They're just so incredible. And that's why there was a few which I really liked, just because there are some people that my arm's starting to ache. There are some people that sort of, they do struggle to reimagine little pockets of inspiration into their own gardens, and some people, they just want to pick something up and place it into their own garden and sort of copy it in their own way, and yeah, and so that's where my sort of my comment stemmed from. So it wasn't like, I'd never want someone to think that I was sort of being negative towards something they've worked so hard on. That like it was more of a compliment to say, wow, these are just getting ridiculous, like and just mind blowing, just like the sort of the actual garden. So the Japanese garden won a gold medal in the end and got best in show, and I was really pleased because so when I used to watch the program with my mum when I was younger, I always loved the Japanese gardens, and yeah, it was weird because when I went to Chelsea Flower Show last year, I went and I saw his garden there, and I was just like I instantly knew it was that garden designer that I sort of had seen on TV with my mum like sort of years ago, and then I was invited on to sort of have a look inside, and it was just like, wow, like, do you know what I mean? Such an honour, and I just loved it. And I think he got silver gilt last year, which is an incredible achievement. But someone with so many gold medals is obviously always trying to strive for more gold medals. And so yeah, like to sort of come back again this year and get a gold medal and also get best in show. Yeah, I was really pleased for him, even though like I don't really know it. Like we follow each other on Instagram actually, but yeah, like really pleased that one got a gold medal and best in show. And yeah, it must have been tight because there was some really, some of the other gardens were just as breathtaking. So yeah, really enjoyed it, guys. Thank you so much for coming along and enjoying it. I really do hope that I gave it, like I did it justice, and I hope you enjoyed. So yeah, let me know what you liked about Chelsea 2025. Let me know sort of what your highlight is. Like whether it was a certain show garden or a certain plant that you've seen that you hadn't sort of known about before, and yeah, let me know in the comments. So, and yeah, guys, thank you for watching. If you can like and subscribe, that would be amazing. But as always, more importantly, look after yourselves, and I'll catch you on the next one.